Hey guys, so I've got kind of an interesting video today. I just get asked a lot about. There's certain brands I get asked often about, so I thought I'd kind of do a video and just discuss a few of these brands because there are several brands that, to be 100% honest, I just really can't recommend anybody really try anything from them for different reasons. So anyway, thought I'd talk about that a little bit. Anyway, interesting day yesterday. I almost sank the boat, but I didn't. So I'm like, it's like a winner. I didn't sink the boat, and cameraman came and saved the day. I hit like a rock with the propeller. And you know what, usually I stay in one part of the river, and I don't go very far from it because I just know that part, and I went a little bit further. That's what happens. So you know what, not doing that one again. But cameraman saved the day, came and picked us up. And anyway, this morning there's a hole in the tire of the car he used to come pick us up with from the boat launch. So anyway. Yeah, so I kind of dinged up the propeller a little bit, but everyone's alive. I didn't sink the boat, but I will say every year there's several boats that do sink, and you know what? I'm not going to be one of them. Although, you know what? If it sank, it's so little I could probably go lift it up myself. Anyway, well, it's not. It's tiny, but anyway, I'm not going to drive a big expensive boat because I don't know what I'm doing because I hit stuff like rocks. So thankfully, it's not an expensive boat. Okay, anyway, so getting to popular skincare brands that I just really, to be honest, I just don't recommend people use them. The first one, Kiehl Skincare. I get asked about them a lot. They do have a few products that are decent, but in the grand scheme of things, most of their products, in my opinion, are overly priced, lacking in real exciting ingredients, and then overly fragranced, overly scented, just full of things that aren't that great. And then Kiehl's, I just don't recommend them. To be honest, they do have a product here or there that's nice. Their Micro Dose Retinoid Serum is really nice. Then again, for the price of that serum, you can get something very similar from the Ordinary or several other brands that just aren't nearly at price. I think that one started at $65. So, and then to be honest, Kiehl's, I've tried a ton of their products and nothing for me has ever been like something I wanted to repurchase ever. Never. Not one time. So some people probably love it. You know what? If you do and it works for you, that's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. But for me, I get asked about this brand a lot, and I just thought I want to mention it. There's nothing, in my opinion, from that brand that is worth the price that's worth trying. It just isn't. And then their connection through Loreal to Nestle and things like that, I just don't recommend that brand in general. Some people might like it and have good luck. Nothing wrong with that. Another brand I get asked about a fair amount, actually more so when I started vlogging than I have like in the last year or two, but Fresh Skincare. I used to get asked about them a lot more, and now I don't know if the brand's kind of just fading out or what, but their prices are ridiculous for some of their products. Their newest product they just released is a tea elixir, a tea elixir skin resilience activating serum. Retails for $80 an ounce, and on top of that, it contains 5 different fragrance ingredients. The rest of the ingredients in there, a bunch of slip ingredients, a few oils thrown in. Nothing, in my opinion, that warrants an $80 price tag. And then especially if you pay taxes or whatever on top of that. I don't know. Fresh, their lip balms are nice, but and again, they're really expensive. So it's just a brand. I've tried a decent amount from them, and most of their products tend to be overpriced, full of fragrance, except for a couple versions of their lip products. So in my opinion, there's nothing from them I can get overly excited about and recommend it because it's just full of fragrance. Kind of similar with Kiehl's. Another brand, this is a brand, another one I used to get asked about more so, and then lately in the last more months, I haven't been asked about a ton, is Korres Skincare, Greek themed brand. I've tried a few products from them. I've tried a decent amount of their products, and most of them, again, high price tag, full of fragrance. Their Greek yogurt line was actually a better line in terms of fragrance and things, and their mask was actually decent. But overall, in my opinion, they're just overpriced. I mean, their most popular product probably is their Wild Rose Vitamin C Serum, which retails for $70. And then again, instead of using like well-researched L-ascorbic acid, they used ascorbyl tetracylpalmitate, which is a derivative, which is much more stable, but there's just not enough research behind it, in my opinion, to warrant a $70 price tag for a vitamin C serum. It also contains a ton of fragrance in it, so I just can't get excited about that. And you know what? I think a lot of these bigger brands like Korres, they use this derivative instead of ascorbic acid because it's more stable. So they don't actually have to produce it regular. They can just make one big production run and sell it for 5 years straight, and it won't go bad like ascorbic acid, where you've got to manufacture twice a month or weekly to have a good product. So instead, they charge double or triple the cost of other vitamin C serums, and it's inferior to all of them, in my opinion. Another one, Lemer. The brand gets a lot of hype. I don't know why. Their Lemer cream is pretty popular, but to be honest, the ingredients in that, there's nothing overly exciting in it. We've got some seaweed, their patented broth that they use, but there's really nothing too exciting, and a lot of slip ingredients again in fragrance. And then the price tag for some of those, for basically a seaweed mineral oil cream, I mean, they charge like $200-300 for it. So, and then on top of it, to use the cheapest jar packaging and things, there is no reason anyone needs to, unless for some reason there is something about that you found to be such a winner. I mean, there are some people, I get it, but I just can't recommend anyone even waste the money to even try it out. So, I mean, I've gotten so many samples of it through beauty bags and box subscriptions and samples, and I've given them all away because I tried it once and I didn't find it to do anything good for my skin. Actually, I found my skin to dislike it more than anything. So, although they are hot to release a lot of new stuff lately, so they're not going away, but I just don't recommend them. Strivectin is another brand. They're huge. They're sold everywhere. Sephora has them. Ulta has them. All the department stores have them. And it's another brand where I have yet to find anything from them that was a winner. I've tried quite a few things. I found them to be so full of fragrance. Their newer vitamin C serum costs $72 for 1 ounce of products. I mean, at least they included a few different types of vitamin C in it, but that formula also contains over 6 different fragrance components. Hang on one second. Lincoln needs water. There we go. Sorry for the interruption, but when he wants his water, he has to have his water. So Strivectin, for the prices they charge, the ingredients they use, and the fragrance they use, there's nothing special to them. I don't understand how they're still around, but a lot of people must have found something from them that works great for them to repurchase it. So if you're one of those people, leave a comment with any of these brands. And then last but not least, there's a brand at Sephora just started selling them within the last year or two called Dr. Laura Devgan Skincare and Beauty. And it's interesting if you look at the ingredients and compare them. So far, all the products I've looked at from that brand are actually white labeled products that they buy from a huge manufacturer, put it in their own special packaging with their own special price tag, and then sell it. So actually, if you look at it, a lot of their products are nearly identical, if not totally identical to Dermatology, which probably does the same thing with a lot of their stuff, white label it. A lot of brands do that. They white label it, get their products from a giant manufacturer, and then make it look pretty, and then sell it with their label on it. But it's not worth what they charge for it. Especially that Laura Devgan. Some of those products are hundreds of dollars. So don't waste your money on it. Seriously, money does not necessarily equal quality in skincare. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get something good. In fact, a lot of the Dr. Laura Devgan products that are identical to Dermatology ones are hundreds of dollars less if you buy them from Dermatology. And even if you buy it from Dermatology, they still have a lot of ones that are nearly identical or similar to e.l.f. and other things. So you don't need to spend a lot of money. Anyway, I'm sure there's a lot of other brands I could have discussed, but these were the top ones that I've been asked about since I've started vlogging. So leave a comment with your brands that you just wouldn't recommend anybody try anything from because you've either had bad luck with them, you find they're ridiculously expensive, you find they have a lot of dupes and they're just not worth it. So leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.